Rejection, something that everyone fights to avoid and nobody wants to face. Currently, our College Academy senior class of 2023 is in the midst of facing a type of rejection faced by seniors all around the country. College rejection. The school that you dreamed of. The school that you went to visit and fell in love with the campus. The school that you bought all the merch for. That same school decides that you are not the best fit for their incoming class. At first, it may sting like a bee bite, but this is not the end unless you let it be. To better understand how to bounce back from rejection, the CA Talks podcast decided to interview our senior class. Here's what the seniors had to say.
Elvis.
Elvis, I got a few questions for you. First question, what comes to mind when you think of rejection?
Well, the most obvious answer is the word no, right? Because rejection starts with the word no. But I always find rejection as sort of a door closing. But just because a door closes doesn't mean you can't move forward. During the college application process, for example, and even now, I've experienced a lot of rejection because it's impossible. You're not going to get yes for your entire life, right? But you have to experience rejection in order to know what to do. When I get a no, I don't sit there, and I know there's a lot of people that, and I understand rejection hurts, but you have to take it and keep going, you know? You say, okay, I can't do this anymore. What am I going to do in spite of that?
Second question, has rejection negatively affected you? If yes, how did you bounce back?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you get the word no, rejection, one of the big rejections for me is I got denied from Georgia Tech, which was a school I was really looking forward to. I was really kind of banking on that, thinking that, oh, I'm just going to go to Georgia. But I got a no. Obviously, you know, it hurt for a couple minutes. I was like, oh, I guess I'm not good enough for Georgia Tech. And then, you know, you take a second, sort of put your head back in the place. You say, no, it's not that I'm not good enough for Georgia Tech, but maybe right now isn't the time to go. So instead, I start looking at my other options and I decide where I'm going to go from there. Rejection is important because just because a path is blocked, you can still go another direction. Think of it like a maze. You can't go straight through a maze. There's turns, lefts and right, walls. If you try to walk straight through, you'll hit a wall. But if you turn right, you're going to keep going. And guess what? You're going to hit another wall. Turn left, keep going, hit another wall.
So, based on this experience, what do you think you've learned from this?
I mean, definitely how to handle rejection better. You know, the only way to get better at anything is to do it over and over and over again, or to experience it over and over and over again. Pilots fly planes for thousands of hours in order to be proficient. Captains drive boats for thousands of hours in order to be proficient. I can say I'm at least a little bit experienced in getting the word no. Maybe I don't have 1,000 hours of getting the word no, but getting the word no teaches you how to handle it when you get it.
That brings me to my final question. If rejection was to knock on your door again, do you think you would be better prepared to handle it? And if so, how would you handle it?
I think I would. You know, every single type of rejection is different depending on the circumstance. Being rejected from maybe college application isn't the same as being told no for a loan or something, for example. There's always different types, but the important thing to do is to say that it's not a roadblock. You don't sit and stare at a wall trying to figure out how to get through. You walk around the wall so you can get to the other side.
All right, thank you. All right, my name is John. I'm here with...
Ruth Progesti.
And I just got some quick questions for you, Ruth. First question, what comes to mind when you think of rejection?
Well, first thing would be the most recent college rejection, since I got many of them. And like just not getting something that I want. I mean, not want, but like something not going my plan or something like that.
All right. Has rejection negatively affected you? If yes, how did you bounce back from it?
Yes, rejection has negatively affected me. The biggest one for me was Questbridge. Since I had like a lot of hope in it, it was like a whole thing. I was like, how was I going to pay for college? The real reason I bounced back was through a lot of people encouraging me like just looking towards the future, looking at other options, and eventually me getting acceptances really allowed me to recover fully.
All right. What did you learn from this rejection?
I learned really that rejections are not like the set in stone. It's not the end of the world. There's a lot of things that are gonna occur that will change your whole perspective in life in like 2 months, really. So don't hold rejections close to your heart like that.
All right. If rejection was to knock on your door again, do you think you'd be better prepared to handle it? If so, how would you handle it?
I think I'd be more prepared to handle rejection better now because, like, I've faced so many at this point. I'll just be like, okay, there's some better things coming later. So I'll just overlook it. I'll just look towards the brighter side.
All right, thank you. All right, my name is Chan, and I'm here with.
Josley.
So, Josley, I just got a few questions for you. First question: what comes to mind when you think of rejection?
A lot of people first think that it's because there's an issue with themselves. But it's important to think with college rejections. There's so many people applying that it's kind of expected that you might not get in.
All right, has rejection negatively affected you? And if so, how do you think you handled it?
I mean, it hurts at first, but after a while, it's just like, oh well. I mean, if you are really dedicated to a school and you didn't get in first try, you can always transfer out and try apply again, or you can go there for graduate school. So, I didn't. I wasn't obsessing over it because what else can I do? I just gotta move on.
All right, what do you think you learned from this rejection?
Don't let what other people think, especially schools, define your worth. It's really gonna screw you over. Just it kind of accept who you are. If you feel like you could do better, try to do better, but do not have outside sources define your worth.
All right, final question. If rejection were to come knocking on your door again, how do you think you would handle it? And do you think you'd be better prepared?
I do feel like I would be better prepared if rejection happens. Um, there's always alternate solutions. There's not always going to be only one solution. There will be alternate paths, and I think I would be better prepared to pursue one of those alternate paths.
Thank you for answering these questions.
All in all, our seniors put it best. Rejection is best faced head on. Rejection is like a maze. Life will send you left and then right, even though you wanted to go right and then left. But maybe that rerouting process leads you to your life purpose. Maybe it leads you to a better opportunity. Maybe it leads you to what you were meant to do all along. Everyone who was part of this podcast will continue to face rejection, and so will you. However, what you make of it determines how your story ends. Michael Jordan once said, I failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. My question to you is, are you brave enough to fail over and over again until you succeed? Thank you for tuning in. My name is Sebastian Meza, and this has been the CA Talks podcast.